Hey everyone, thank you for being here for our last meeting. Dr. Junker and Professor Sleeth wanted to be here to present this information, but they were unable to make it, so they sent me their PowerPoint and I'm going to do my best to present it. As far as updates go and everything, I hope those of you who went to conference had a good time. Other than that, there is nothing really to talk about. We'll be done after this meeting for the summer, and then CUSOTA will start up again in the fall. Dr. Junker and Professor Sleeth presented this at the OTAC conference last year, and I saw it, and it was really helpful. So that's why I asked them to come in. They said to encourage everyone to go to OTAC next year because they'll be doing the presentation there as well. So 5 tips for the new practitioner. One is to be active in your state and national associations, to always think functional and purposeful, to keep resources, handouts, projects, all sorts of that stuff from school, to trust your education and your skills. So believe in yourself, you got this. And to know your state regulations on licensure before becoming a new practitioner. So know what you need to do as far as continuing ed goes and to get your license in the first place. So let's pretend we've all graduated. What's next? So the first thing is to take and pass the MBCOT exam. So these are some tips from them. One is to choose a date and sign up, just to give yourself something that you're working towards. So just pick a date, sign up, and then you have a time frame on your studying and when you need to be done by. MBCOT has some great resources as well as AOTA, so use their resources online. I think you can also purchase books and that type of stuff. And utilize one main resource for studying. So definitely use multiple resources, but have a main one that you're always coming back to, just so your information isn't too spread out. Take practice exams and treat them like real exams. So time yourself and take breaks, you know, to go to the bathroom and that type of thing. Treat it like a real exam. So preparing for the exam, when you are taking the exam, be aware of the time. So bring a watch, or I'm not sure what they allow you to have in the room, but bring something so that you can keep track yourself. And then do some relaxation exercises to stay calm, maybe some breathing, mindfulness stuff. Maintain occupational balance during your study period. So get outside, do some fun things, hang out with friends. Don't just study all day and night. Focus on quality over quantity of the time spent. So you don't have to spend all day studying, but the hours you do choose to study, make sure they count. And then practice tips for taking tests. Focus on words being asked. I don't really know what that one means, so we're going to skip that. Applying for jobs. But begin the process early. So a lot of people get job offers through their level 2 fieldworks or their DEC experience. But if you don't have an offer come your way, start seeking those out early on. Be open to new opportunities, maybe something that you hadn't thought you would be into, but be open to it. Explore different companies and what they have to offer. Really, this is for your purpose, so you can compare and have, you know, different opinions when you're going into an interview. And then go on interviews. Even if you don't think you want the job, it's great practice. And you might learn that you do like something you didn't think you did. Okay, so here's some resources on how to find jobs. National state conferences where you can establish connections. They also have resources on their websites. Attend job fairs, and then use peers and professors as resources. So here are some things to look for in a job: teamwork, mentorship, growth opportunities, clinical education, and benefits. So these are really important questions to ask during interviews and make sure they align with what you're looking for. So here's some tips on preparing for an interview. Treat the interview like a conversation. So just as much as you are being interviewed, you are also interviewing them and the company. Look at your own values and the things you wish to accomplish. Let them know what you can do for them. So really sell yourself. Don't be shy about, saying that you went to a doctorate program versus a master's, or the extracurricular stuff you've done and volunteer experience you've had. Take a leadership role and question that in the interview as far as how can I begin a leadership role within this company and what are the opportunities there. Like I said, highlight your non-traditional experiences, so any extracurricular stuff that you've done. And then I think I've kind of gone through all of this, but just, make sure that you are making sure the company aligns with you just as much as they're interviewing you. Okay, so here's a list of questions to ask at an interview. You can ask about mentorship. You can ask about their mission statement. Most of these should be posted online, so you should be able to see this before you go into the interview and make sure it aligns with you, but definitely ask questions about it, or if it's not available, ask for it. Ask about the schedule and what a typical caseload looks like, productivity standards, that type of thing. Ask if they are supportive of continuing education, and then what kind of resources they give you, whether it's time off or financial help to pay for continuing ed. And then this is one thing that they brought up that I thought was really interesting, to ask if you can shadow before you accept the offer. So if you feel like it's going to be great and you think you want to accept it, before you actually go through the official process of accepting it, ask to shadow, just so you can be there for a day and see, do I really fit well here? Is the company open to program development, and what could you do in that realm as far as leadership goes to help with that? What type of orientation do they offer? So what kind of training do you get before you take on the job? And then what kind of growth and leadership opportunities are available for you within the company? Negotiating salaries. So I think all jobs expect you to negotiate. So the first offer they give you is probably on the lower end. So make sure you're prepared to negotiate. Research average salaries in your area and within the practice area. Be assertive and inform them about other interested parties if you have multiple offers on the table. And then factor in other things besides just your salary as far as benefits go and continuing education compensation, if the company offers any other benefits such as fitness incentives or that type of thing. So this is from 2010, so it's a little outdated and it's across the entire country, and salaries definitely differ quite a lot by state. So I would research this a little bit further, but in 2010, the median salary for an OT was $64,000, and then for entry level, it was $52,000. So hopefully it's higher than that. So here's some resources that OTAC has for new practitioners. They have network and mentoring opportunities. You can get involved with legislative programs, and then also they have updates for you so you can stay up to date. They have newsletters with different information for you, and then you can serve on a committee or be in an interest group and take on a leadership role. So it's really beneficial to you to get involved with your state and national organizations. And then here's some resources that AOTA has. So I'm not going to go through all these, you can read them, but definitely utilize it, especially since we do have our membership during school. Start checking these things out, and then once we graduate, I would suggest to continue on that membership. Okay, so we'll pretend that we have accepted a job. So now what? Use other therapists as resources, including those from other therapy fields. So, become buddies with the physical therapist or the speech therapist, and really allow them to help you and so you can learn from them. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Use your peers and classmates as resources, and then take advantage of all continuing education opportunities that your company offers. And again, get involved with your state and national associations. Here are some common challenges within your first year. So I think the big one here is feeling overwhelmed. You're not sure if it was your dream job or you're having difficulty finding any job. Feeling really exhausted at the end of the day. We've been in school for 3 years and we haven't had necessarily full work weeks. So that could be a challenge to transition to that lifestyle. And then not being confident and questioning your critical thinking, and then also keeping up with bills and loan payments. How to survive your first year. Make a strong effort to achieve occupational balance. So take care of yourselves. Ask questions and be open to criticism. Use social media and professional networks. Know that you'll never stop learning in this career. So always be open to feedback and to learn new ways to do something. Organize and set goals for yourself. Stay on top of your continuing education requirements. So every state has different requirements on this, but there are certain number of hours of continuing ed that you need to renew your licensure. And then use your mentors, really lean on them for when you need help. Okay, how to thrive in your first year. Take it slow, get involved, whether it's in your state association, national, or just at work. And then start researching and implementing evidence-based practice. Continue to question yourself. This is how you grow. And set goals for the future. So here's contact information for Professor Sleeth and Dr. Junker. I believe OT1s, you will have them for your geriatrics class in the fall, so you'll get to meet them both then. But they're both very informative and willing to talk, and we're sorry that they couldn't be here today to go through this. So I hope that me walking you through it was slightly helpful, but definitely reach out to either one of them if you have any questions. And let me know if you have questions about anything else. Otherwise, thanks for a great year, and good luck to everyone on finals and fieldwork and everything.